52 weeks ago, Tim and I pressed record. Welcome to the Fervent Four. Did you know that only 4% of businesses ever cross the annual $1 million revenue mark? Hello, I'm Zack Miller, author of Anomaly. With me today, like always, I have my co-host Tim Ryan, lead man at startwheel.org. Thank you so much for joining us. The Fervent Four is a weekly show each and every Thursday at 11 a.m. dedicated to sharing insights to growing a world-class business, no matter the climate. So what's the latest? Plus, what can you do to create a winning strategy with a post-COVID world approaching? Well, the first thing I can think of is that our first one of these, I didn't have a script to read.
That's right.
I don't know when I created the script, but probably within the first 5 or 10 episodes, I would think, because then we were using an old platform, because then StreamYard got super popular, or at least something that I had seen, and it was an easier use case for us because you didn't have to download anything. It was that. So it's been a wild 52 weeks.
It has, and that's why we kept this just the two of us. We started 52 episodes ago with just us. We just
play the music in the background, just the two of us. You and I. The Rock is still there.
The Rock is still there.
You're still rocking your wonderful locks of love.
We're still rocking the beards.
I didn't shave. I mean, I trimmed, right? But I have had a beard for the longest time ever. I think I shaved my beard to skin March 1st of 2020, and I haven't since.
That was a big day for you.
Big day for me. March 2nd. It was not okay. Good point. Good. March 1st was also a good day for you. But that's, it's interesting that we started on this on that date, March 1st, 2020. We both ran the Newport News Marathon, One City Marathon.
One City. Mm-hmm.
Why is it called One City? Do you know?
Because it starts at the top of Newport News and it goes 26 miles down to the very bottom. So you can run the marathon start to finish in one city.
Is that called point to point? Is that what they call that?
Yeah.
Style running? Got it. Okay, So we both ran that. COVID was like lurking. But it wasn't lurking, if you know what I mean.
But I remember when I finished, there was a couple of people that were talking that they were supposed to run the Tokyo Marathon.
They had closed that. I remember
they canceled that. So since they were trained, they wanted to find a marathon that they could run. So they ran the One City.
Interesting. Now, if I recall, international, because that was international, Tokyo had closed. China had been going through, I believe, COVID for months beforehand, but it still was lurking, lingering, but it wasn't here yet into the craziness. Right. Because I remember like safety was not like a thing of concern from COVID perspective while running the race, right? Obviously, things changed a couple days later when I think that the first kind of like really scary moment, if you will, where people were like, ugh, was when the NBA shut down, right? I mean, do you think that's the moment where because they closed, that's when people were like, maybe we should take this serious?
Well, it definitely caught a lot of attention. I think that was also the night. That was the night of the State of the Startup.
State of Digital Marketing Address, the last startup night. You were there, right? I don't remember what day, middle of March. And it was weird because I remember people were talking about it. Like, are you going to have a State of Digital Marketing Address, which is an event that Eric Olson, Kevin Daisy, and the team at Array Digital put on. And I remember there was like rumblings. Are you going to do this? Right. And what's interesting is they were like, yes, we're going to do it. It'll be fine. They had sold 200 tickets, if I remember.
Well, because the last event was snowed out, right?
So that was one of the other reasons why, because they had already lost thousands of dollars. They were like, we're not losing thousands of dollars again.
Right.
But if I remember correctly, I think they sold 200 tickets, and definitely not all people can, because people were definitely afraid at that point, because I think they had just announced that day or the night before the first case in Virginia Beach as well. But even then, it's crazy to think that like people were freaking out over one case when now, I mean, I just looked, 50, 60, 70,000 basically a day of new cases a year later. It's just wild how like so quickly that ramped. And then they were still just like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's wild. I mean, it seems like a lifetime ago.
I can't wait to watch like the documentaries about this kind of stuff. It's It'll be interesting. And, and we live in a very video heavy world. So there should be a ton of video available where
Right.
there
Yeah.
are some documentaries out there that, they have to recreate what happened.
Yeah. And well, that's why we started this show. I mean, we couldn't get out and get in front of people. So 52 episodes ago, we started. And this is the platform we've used, and it's done well.
Other than interviewing all these great guests over the last year and learning about what they're doing during this, and it seems like actually a lot of them have been pretty proactive during a pandemic. One thing that I think has been really interesting is just looking through the thumbnails of the last year, like seeing how long my hair was
Right.
at one point, like how ridiculous the beard was. I look at that and I'm like, I can't.
Time-lapse video, if you will.
The what?
Yeah. It's like a little time-lapse video of us week by week for 52 weeks.
Yeah. What I should do. So I guess this will be episode 53.
This will be 52. Yeah.
This is 52.
This is 52.
So from 53, when we record next week, when we do 53, I need to do something so that every week.
Maybe we should come clean shaven.
No. No.
Are you stuck at your home office, socially distanced coffee shop, or your fancy all bricked out corner office, wondering why no one can see your business and sales are all over the place? Sounds like you need a pro. That's why I developed the Anomaly Academy. Insert clever copy here. Oh, I guess I was supposed to put something else there. Oops. You can grab access to the Anomaly Academy now at ZachMillerSays.com/Anomaly Academy.